He walks in and sees me just sitting there drinking that. He's like, "You having a bad day?" Oh no.
Welcome to Whiskey Buds. I'm Kurt.
I'm Billy.
And we have our first repeat whiskey.
It has to be Monkey Shoulder.
Yeah. We decided we would repeat the one whiskey that Billy has dogged on for over 2 years now, or almost 2 years. Something like that, right?
Yeah, so this was like one of our
first whiskeys. This is like the first Scotch you ever had.
Was it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you probably tried Johnny Walker at some point.
Early on in the journey, I tried this, and I was like, it's horrible.
This has been listed by many as a good beginner Scotch to get into whiskeys. We mentioned last week as a beginner bourbon for that Willet. So, Monkey Shoulder has been named by a lot of people as a nice, easy drinker, right? Blended three blended malts. And yeah, I found it to be pleasant, and Billy did not.
Nope. And you're right, I've been ragging on it the whole time. Every time, I'm like, oh, at least it's better than Monkey Shoulder.
Yeah. So we thought maybe we would come back into it for fun.
Since my palate has changed with all these whiskeys I've tried, So
now let's go back after he's tried like 100 whiskeys after this. I bet that's pretty close. I bet we've tried close to 100 whiskeys since we tried this one.
Wow.
Because this was only like insane. Episode 3 or something like that.
I know this has got some dust on it.
Yeah.
You must not have been drinking it while I was gone.
I was saving it for you. I knew you'd like it. The problem is we have so many other whiskeys, it's hard to get back around to this one. Like, it might be a good, decent Scotch to start with, but
probably not.
At the same time, when you have more Scotches like that Royal Brockla or anything else, I mean, you just don't seem to make your time for the easy, simple Scotches. All right. He's avoiding even touching it. He's like,
we really gonna do this?
Oh man, it was your idea.
Okay. Well, it smells sweet.
Yeah, it smells light.
It does.
Like
smelling
delicate,
it, I think it's going to be light and crisp and
and
sweet.
It's very doesn't have a lot of dark colors to it.
I saw that.
Dust or bug or something.
It was a little fly or something.
I don't know. Does it smell pleasant? I think it smells pleasant.
Yes, it kind of does.
I always teased about putting this into a lineup when you didn't know what it was. And change it out so you thought it was something else. So that way you didn't know you were drinking Monkey Shoulder. And then you'd be like, yeah, this was pretty good. And then I'd say, that was Monkey Shoulder.
I got you. All right.
But now this will be interesting to see. Yeah.
Okay, it's not.
It's not so bad.
It might not be as bad as it was before.
As you've been ragging on it. Yeah. It's different after you've gone through 100 whiskeys.
So it does kind of light, crisp.
It is, yeah.
But not quite citrus, but
fruity. Almost a fruity note there.
Yeah.
That's not no. Now that I've drank it, the smell, the scent is a little more dense.
Still kind of has something in there I don't like, though.
Memory.
Is that vanilla in there? Like it's too much vanilla, or
maybe
so much it doesn't taste like it. It's just gross.
Yeah, now that you say vanilla, there's a lot of vanilla in that. Vanilla cream.
Gross. You said that, and I was getting ready to take a drink, and I just got a little bit in there. I was like, I don't want it now. Vanilla cream whiskey, yeah.
It's a new flavor, man. Jack Daniels is going to have that out next week, or Crown Royal. They already got the vanilla. They already got the honey. I mean.
Oh, okay. That's what I taste now.
Vanilla cream.
Vanilla cream whiskey. And it's not great.
You're like, I was enjoying it until you said that. Now I don't. Now I can rag on it some more, and I don't feel so bad.
I don't know. It's kind of like good, but it's kind of bad at the same time.
All right. You're still warring with yourself. You're like, no, I'm not supposed to like this. I need to find something I don't like about it.
I got a monkey on each shoulder, and one's telling me how it's good, and one's telling me how it's bad.
All right. So it's warring with it. Like your opinion of it is not quite what you remember.
And what proof is this?
Like 40, I think. 42, I don't know.
43%.
43. All right.
Huh. Man, I don't know what to think of it now.
That's good.
Because when I first tasted it, I was like, well, it's not that bad, but there's still like a hint in there that I didn't like. And the more I drank and talked about it, the more that bad part kind of
was more and more
developed.
prominent.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm trying to pick out the citrus part of it, and I was able to do that in the last drink.
All right.
And it was better. So this is a mood drink for me.
A mood drink. All right.
Like it depends on what mood I'm in or how I'm thinking about it or how I feel about it, whether it tastes good or bad.
That's a good thing, or good like people will experience whiskeys based on their experiences at the time. So if you're having a great time and somebody feeds you a whiskey, you're going to enjoy it more than if you're having an awful time. Right?
Probably, right?
Like your mood really does affect how you're going to view a whiskey. And so like a lot of people can drink what amounts to be terrible whiskeys, but they always did it at, a time when they were camping or something that, right? Like having a great time out with the family. This is great. Like, and they always had this awful whiskey, Fireball, something like that, right? and so then they like the whiskey because they're like, oh, that's good whiskey. But then they don't ever drink it except for on those certain occasions. And then the occasion makes them enjoy it more because it's more about like what you're doing than what you're drinking.
That made me think of something.
Okay.
I was at my buddy's house, and I got there before him, so I was just sitting there in his house, and he walks in, and I'm drinking warm Potter's vodka. It's like $12 for a...
Yeah, no, like, oh, jeez.
He walks in and sees me just sitting there drinking that, and he's like, you having a bad day? Yep.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Oh, man, I can only imagine that. Like, I'll come over and visit and just drinking vodka.
So, like,
probably right out of the bottle, too, huh?
Oh, yeah, I had the
just
big, huge honking bottle there.
Yeah, because it was $8 for 2 liters. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but like you said, I was drinking that because I was in a certain mood. I would never drink that when I was in a feel good, like, hey, let's have a,
Yeah, there's a reason you're drinking Potters, and it ain't because it tastes good.
Oh, man. All right, well.
So we're going to have to find a new one to rag on?
We'll see. I don't know what's worse than this right now. I can't, I have nothing in my working memory about what's worse than...
Really? You don't want to bend over and grab that whiskey that's hanging down there? You want to bet that that's not worse?
All right. It probably is. Let me take a whiff of it. Oh, God, that stinks.
Right?
All right.
That's like...
That might be worse.
I'm certain it is.
Well,
like
this has a really
it'll do
good
job.
aftertaste. Like, it's just mellowing out in there, and like it hasn't cleaned out yet, like some of them do.
Yeah, where they just go away.
And it's not real strong. It just leaves your mouth feeling pleasant for
there you go. Yeah.
for a while. So it's okay.
See, we moved it from the worst to okay. Like, that's Billy on his, experiences. He's gained enough now that he's like, all right, it's, when I was new it was awful, but now it's okay. Because he's had lots better. Right?
I know, it's okay. It's good. I mean, it's eventful. What do you have last week? The
Willet pot still.
Yeah, the Willet. Like, it was, it was strong, so that kind of made it eventful, but other than that, it wasn't much to speak about.
Yeah, it was one heavy chord.
And this one gives you a lot to
parse out.
Yeah, if you want to, while you're drinking it, you have a lot to think about when you're drinking it. You're like, what's this flavor? What's this texture? What's this, and it kind of makes you be more active in drinking it, I think.
Yep. And that's why I would put it actually above the Willet, just because there is more nuances and more character to it.
Yeah. All right. Well,
So-
better the second time, I guess.
Yeah. We'll try it the third time after another 100 whiskeys.
Oh, boy.
My glass is empty, but cheers, everybody. Join us next week.